Before I even get started in specifics, is wow, what a ride our country, our NCAA athletics has been on over the last 5 years for sure, and it goes back beyond that. But the movement that's occurred in the last 5 to 10 years, it's really hard to keep track of in some ways. That being said, one of the things I've appreciated about the Big Ten is stability. One of the things I've appreciated is principles and values. And so, we added Penn State as a conference many years ago. I would be hard-pressed to find many people who don't think that was a brilliant move in hindsight. I think when they were added, I recall there was a lot of speculation. Why is the Big Ten adding Penn State? It was visionary, there was a fit, and it's worked out well. So then there was that period where we were having discussions. Should we change as a conference? And that was about 2.5, 3 years ago. And we spent almost 2 years studying it. We had created our principles. They have to fit academically, athletically, culturally, geographically. We wanted to make sure it was, as much as possible, a contiguous footprint, because we have great value in all those things in our conference today. So as we were looking at who to add, we had a list, and the list ended up only adding Nebraska because it had to add value too. Financially, it had to make sense. So at that time, we only added Nebraska. We put it on the shelf and didn't know if we would or would not be discussing additional partners. Now fast forward to the specific question you asked, and that's what about Rutgers, what about Maryland? I can tell you that those two schools were on the list back 3 years ago when we were beginning this process. So were many others, because we were looking for schools that, if you click off all those principles that I had mentioned, that might fit. Now fast forward to just recently the news and the addition of Rutgers and Maryland. Rutgers and Maryland had most of the things, many of the things that were on that list, and the timing was just right to add them. I think they're both terrific partners. Time will tell, but hopefully, based on principle, based on strategic thinking, we'll look back on this 10 years from now and we'll say, wow, that was a brilliant move. They have cultural fit. They have geographic footprint, keeping the footprint contiguous. They open some possibilities to the east side of our corridor, just like Nebraska offered some opportunities to the west side of our footprint.